Yeah, people always ask me, why did you start Conscious Gear? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had no intentions on ever being the owner of a product-based company. This is a lot of work. And I have proven my theory correct. I started Conscious Gear, as many of you know, I had a health scare, and then over 16 months, I crossed the finish line of my first 50-mile ultra marathon, despite being diagnosed with so many comorbidities that really should have deterred me and should have made it impossible for me to even accomplish such a feat. But the reality situation is that, yeah, I had done a 5K, then a 10K, then a half marathon, then a marathon, then my 50-mile race. But honestly, the victory was bittersweet because when I would go into stores to buy outdoor gear or outerwear, it really just didn't fit my taller, curvier, bigger body. And that was around about 2015 when I realized, I was like, wow, like there really isn't anything out here. And there were extra larges and so-called 2Xs, but they still didn't fit. And in fact, one hydration vest that I wore on one of my races that left bloody, painful rug burns all on my shoulders and my back fat. And I was like, how am I gonna continue to do this if I can't really find the gear that I need? And honestly, I started hacking. I lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan. You could go to the library and check out a sewing machine. So I would buy stuff from the thrift store, sales racks, wherever I could get stuff, and eBay. I remember hassling a lot of people to give me stuff for super cheap. And I would just hack it together and make it fit my body. And I thought to myself, the brands will do something about this, right? That was in 2015. But when I moved to Arizona in 2020 and we had the pandemic, I realized, wow, the brands aren't really going to do anything about this. And it was somewhat disappointing. I was disappointed. But I realized, man, because all my friends have been telling me anyways, like, well, you should start your own company. And again, like I said, I didn't want to be a product-based business. But I think the pandemic really helped me to think back on my story, think back on my life, think back on everything that happened, and that maybe, just maybe, I was the one who was going to be the change agent for outdoor gear in the outdoor industry. And so I tell people all the time that it's a calling. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm spiritually hard-headed, so normally I don't take calls. But this one I took because it felt right. And I will say this, I've been in this for 2020, 2023, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I wake up every day. I am totally, absolutely, 100% in love with Conscious Gear because I know the power, I know the impact that it's gonna have on people's lives because it transformed my life. And that's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me getting up every day. That's what keeps me in the fight, even though I regularly experience racism, sexism, homophobia, ageism, colorism, you name it, honey, I got it all. And so, but I always remember, like, the way I like to tell it is like, I tell people this, look, I got off my fat behind and I decided to change my life, right? And I think that was a great accomplishment, and that was huge for someone who had been sitting on their behind for like a good 20, 30 years. So why should gear or outerwear get in the way of me being able to live my best life? And everybody's not like me. They can't go get a sewing machine. They can't go hacking. I'm just that kind of girl. So I want to make sure that other bodies don't have to go through what I had to go through. And I'm here to affirm and validate and honor the fact that you're in conscious gear, baby, that you have waken up to the fact that, you know what, I'm going to take care of this body. And it's not about what size it is, but it's about making it healthy and well. So, yeah, that's why I started this company.